Okay, hello everyone. This is Chen. I'm working in LIFF team. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you guys about the road to web orientation in our LIFF SDK. Okay, so before I share the story with you, I want to tell you guys what happened before. Okay, so if you guys check this diagram, you guys may notice that in the past, we already have several supported platforms in LIFF SDK, right? But as you can see from the diagram, the web part is the secondary target. And on the other hand, the iOS and Android version will be our main target in LIFF, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, here comes some problems and I want to share with you guys. Okay, so if you guys check this table, yeah, this is a very complicated version matrix. Okay, here we take feature X, for example. You can see from the diagram. If you see there's 2.30, right, and 2.4.0 and 2.4.1 versions, right? Okay, so it means our JS SDK versions. And on the other hand, you can see there's iOS line 10.15, 10.16, and 10.17. Okay, so here, for example, we have a feature X, and then we provide it in LIFF SDK 2.4.0. But as you can see from the table, there is a bug. So if you are using the line iOS 10.16, okay, you may have some problems when you're using this API. Okay, so after that, so we provide a new hotfix for it. So it's 2.4.1. But as you can see from the table, right? So if users are using 10.16, basically there is some bug in there. So they always need to use the latest version. So that's 2.4.1. And also, in order to fix this officially, we also need to upgrade our iOS line version to 10.17. So as you can see from the table that if you use 10.17 with 2.4.1 JSDK, so officially it's fixed already. So yeah, but if you check from this table, I haven't mentioned the details about Android, about the web platform, and also some server differences at the same time. So as you can see, even though right now this is a small tiny table here, but since our LIFF SDK does support so many different features at the same time, so you can imagine that if we have several features at the same time, and if they are combined together, you can see this table will become very huge, right? So that's why we call it a very complicated version matrix. Okay, so this is the past. Like what I showed you guys at first. Originally, we support web as a secondary target platform and iOS and Android as the main platform. So that's the reason that caused this problem, right? So our goal is that, if possible, can we try to treat web platform as important as iOS and Android versions at the same time, right? If they are all equal, so maybe we don't need to handle this kind of complicated version matrix anymore. And so there must be some benefits that we can get from it. So yeah, that's a reason why we want to head to the web orientation. So yeah, the first main reason is that by doing so, it can help us to cut the dependencies. So to reduce the cost to maintain this kind of big version matrix between the SDK and line different native clients like iOS or Android, yeah, it's very helpful. And the second one is that it can help us to eliminate the limitations. So if you have the LIFF application, and then after we support web as a main target platform, so it means that basically your LIFF application can be used in 3 different platforms at the same time with the same user experiences. So it helps developers to debug easily, and since the web is supported mainly, right? So what you see in the web basically should be working the same as iOS and Android platforms. And also the third main reason is that after we do so, it can help us to boost the community. So right now, developers can bring more and more creative LIFF applications to the market. And in the meanwhile, we can get some user feedbacks from them to know what they really need. And then based on their needs and feedbacks, we make more and more useful functionalities back to the developers. So for us, it's more like a win-win solutions between line company and also between developers. Okay, so after I share these stories with you guys, so right now I want to introduce some real use cases and some real examples that happened in this year. Okay, so the first one is Shirataki picker. As you can see from this picture, so Shirataki picker is a picker that you can use in LIFF SDK, and then you can choose what kind of message you want to send and who you want to send to. So if you guys did join the LIFF, Dev Day 2019, I'm quite sure that you guys have noticed about this topic before. So yeah, in the March in this year, so we already released this feature publicly to the external developers today. So right now, if developers want to send the message to anyone, they can basically just use LIFF.Shirataki picker, and then boom, it's working right now. Yeah. So from LIFF team, basically this is the first try that we want to verify whether our idea is really working or not. So after we released Shirataki picker, so we learned something from it. So that's the new thing that we just built. Is called LIFF UI, and it's also called LUI. So for this project, we released it internally in May this year, and right now it's still under development, of course. But I try to explain this shortly. Is that after we do some experiment, so we noticed that there are some shared UI components that can be used widely in several places. So for example, here from the diagram, you can see that like icon or alert, conference dialog, or like something related to navigations. So yeah, we try to extract these very simple components out from several different projects. So we make a new UI component library for our internal team right now. So right now, basically there are several teams are using this UI library for a while. So we're still trying to make sure it's really working and it's helpful for different teams. So yeah, it's still under development for now. So if you are interested related to this topic, so in the next talk, Gong-Yang-san is going to share more details about the core of LIFF UI later. So yeah, if you're interested, don't forget to join that talk later. Okay, so the last one is Modal LIFF. So this is a new feature that we're still working on right now. This is also something that we learned from LIFF UI. So after we got some experiences related to LUI, so we just noticed that maybe we can try to extract more and more common and useful components out to help our internal developers to provide a unified design and unified functionalities to our customers. So yeah, for example, here we have inline, we have, for example, an event UI or like a search UI or keyword UI or something like this. So we're building something very simple for this modal UI for now. Yeah, but it's still under development. So we're going to share with you guys about more details later. And last but not the least, since we have so many things that we want to do in this version 3, so if possible, just help us to join this journey and to help us to make LIFF version 3 better, so we can make it really useful to all the developers in the future. Yeah, that's all from my part. Thank you guys.